Today, too many people want to know what had happened in Syria. In 2011, on March 15, some kind of a little kid decided to draw graffiti on a wall. And this graffiti turned out to be offensive to Syrian government officials. So, full-blown civil war started in Syria. I don't know how many percentage of people decided to support Assad and how many percentage decided to go against him. It was more or less like 50-50. And in the beginning, United States government was helping out the rebels, supplying them with weapons. And as we know, the rebels were winning the war. And Assad didn't like what was happening, so he decided to go to Russia and asked help from them. And Russian President Vladimir Putin decided to help him out with all kinds of weapons. And the conflict between Russia and the United States started from there. Barack Obama tried to negotiate with Putin many times to take his side, but Putin refused, and it created kind of conflict between the big nations. So hundreds of thousands of people died, and millions of people fled to countries such as Jordan, Lebanon, and Turkey. Somewhere 800,000 people fled to Turkey, somewhere around 1 million people left to Lebanon, and somewhere around 700 to 800,000 left to Jordan. As we know, United States decided to pressure Syria economically by imposing sanctions. But Assad refused to go down, to leave his office, his position, his kingship. Thanks to Turkey, they did an incredible job helping out the refugees, and the United Nations, they decided to help the refugees with food and with shelter and with other things, with the medical supplies. International community didn't close their eyes. Everybody who were involved, they did an incredible job when it comes to supplying them with necessary things such as food and clothing and medicine and all the other things. So Assad was I don't know exactly what had happened, but there was I don't want to say accusation, but there was talk was going on that Assad was using chemical weapons on his own nation, on his own people. I don't know whether that was true or not, but one thing that I know, this war escalated to a very, very high level because United States and Russia, they were basically fighting against each other in Syria with the most powerful weapons, and that destroyed many, 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 many lives. As we know, smaller groups such as Kurdish forces, then ISIL, then Iranian forces and Turkish forces and some other countries, they got involved. Some of them were supporting Assad and some of them were supporting the rebels, and it escalated even more. From my understanding, ISIL wanted to have territorial gain, so Iranians were helping out Assad. Then we got Europeans. I'm not sure how they involved in that war, but we know that Turkey and Kurds, they involved. I think they were supporting rebels. So that's the reason why it continued for such a long period of time, with devastating blow to the nation. And Syria did suffer economically since the war started. And in between, we also know that Russia and the United States, they tried to have peace talks, and they were trying to make peace between the rebels and the supporters of the government. And the United States was thinking to remove Assad, and there was a debate was going on in the White House because it was such a complicated situation. The United States decided to not to remove Assad, but to keep pushing on peace process. So that was pretty much how the Syrian war started, and I'm not sure if it's still continuing or not. So I just wanted to know. I wanted to know your opinion. What do you think about this, and what should have been the right decision in the beginning? Just leave it on the comments below. Thank you very much.